Welcome to the Savvy Ventures Show, connecting you with noteworthy industry changemakers, movers, shakers, and innovators from around the world. From CEOs, executives, and other titans of industry to entrepreneurs, inventors, professional athletes, authors, chefs, and other thought leaders. You'll hear from power players across industries, here to inform, enlighten, and entertain. All of this, plus travel and shopping, hot picks, and so much more. And now, here's your host, Merilee Kern.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to this episode of Savvy Ventures, where we connect with titans of industry, celebrities, artists, and a wide array of thought leaders, and also showcase amazing travel destinations and hot product picks. I'm Merilee Kern, and today's show is another great one. Coming up, we'll be connecting with the incomparable Julia Haart from the wildly popular Netflix series, My Unorthodox Life, to talk about her newest business endeavor. We'll also be connecting with actor and recording artist Quinton Aaron, who starred alongside Oscar winner Sandra Bullock in the blockbuster film The Blind Side. He's released a new single and he's here to tell us all about it. As always, I have some great stuff for you in this star-studded episode, so let's get to it. Joining us now is a powerhouse woman who really needs no introduction. With us now is Julia Haart, who's an entrepreneur, author, women's health advocate, and star of the Netflix series, My Unorthodox Life, a show that I absolutely love. Known for taking brands to exciting new heights, Julia is also a fashion icon and designer who's launched her newest business venture called Plus Body, which is a luxury shapewear line. She and I recently connected for a conversation where I learned all about it. Here's some of that conversation. Joining us now is a powerhouse woman who really needs no introduction. With us today is Julia Haart, who's an entrepreneur, author, women's health advocate, and star of the Netflix series, My Unorthodox Life, a show that I absolutely love. Known for taking brands to exciting new heights, Julia is also a fashion icon and designer who's launched her newest business venture called Plus Body, which is a luxury shapewear line, and I can't wait to hear all about it. Hey, Julia, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Merilee. I'm so excited to be on.
All right. So you've definitely already made your mark in the fashion industry as former creative director of La Perla and current CEO of Elite World Group. But generally speaking, to what do you attribute your remarkable business success? Like, is there any one thing or attribute that you can really credit that significantly?
I would say actually there's two. The first one is being an eternal student. It's interesting that when we're younger, when we're in school, when we're in college, what do we take pride in? How quickly we learn new things, right? You get a mark on a test because you have the capability and capacity of integrating and understanding new information. So as we go through college, we are proud of how quickly we learn. And then for some reason, the minute we become adults, we get this into our head that we can't learn anything. You know, when I first came into the talent management industry, there was a guy that worked for our company, and he said, Julia, I have been working here for 20-something years. There was nothing you can teach me. And I remember thinking to myself, he's the Walking Dead. That's the definition to me, not a vampire. Or what do you call those guys? Not vampires.
The zombie?
The zombies.
Yeah.
Not a zombie. Not a zombie. To me, a living dead is someone who is not exercising their mind, is not, looking and learning constantly and consistently. So I think the first one is be an eternal student. The minute you think you know everything, you stop asking questions. You stop creating, innovating. And I think the biggest, the two things that have attributed to my rapid success is, number one, I don't see what is. I see what can be. And that's what I focus on. When people tell me, but this is how it's done, if I cared about how it's done, I'd still be in upstate New York cooking Shabbos dinner covered head to toe. I don't want to hear how it's done. What I want to know is, how can it be done? How can it be done better? And I think having this idea that there's something else out there that you should investigate and create and learn about, not being afraid of the unknown, loving the unknown, that's incredibly important. And I think most people are afraid of the unknown. They get comfortable, they know what they know, and when you tell them something different or something new or a different way of doing things, even if it's a better way, they feel threatened because it's frightening to a lot of people. Change is frightening. To me, change is exciting. It's what wakes me up in the morning. It's what gets me going, is the idea that one day, if I do this well, I will have left the world a little bit different than when I came into it. And that, to me, that drive to change things, I think, is a huge piece of, because if you look at it, it's always me inventing different kinds of things, right? Whether they're in fashion or in talent management, it's about taking what is and kind of flipping it around and creating something new. And then I would say the second attribute that I think is really important, especially for women, because we, guys from the time they're little kids learn how to handle rejection. They start asking girls out or guys out, when they're 9 years old or 11 or whatever it is. And by the time they're in their 20s or, mid 20s, they've learned how to deal with rejection. They shrug it off and move on. Women, we are basically taught, be polite, be kind, be sweet, don't rock the boat, be gentle, da 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 da. And the minute someone rejects us, we immediately feel less than. It kills us, it destroys us. I'm talking about myself and many women that I've spoken to. It's okay to make mistakes. You're going to get rejected. Shrug your shoulders and move on. You cannot let anyone else be louder than the voice in your head that tells you go forward.
Yeah, and that's so interesting. You almost wish they would teach resilience in as coursework. I mean, it's just so germane to a career. Of course, everyone's going to, failure and rejection. It's just so much a part of it, but we don't really innately necessarily have those coping skills or mechanisms. Guys,
That's
maybe
right.
more than gals, just socially and culturally, the way things unfold.
Exactly.
So yeah, that's a huge point. And you are such a visionary and futurist. And I don't know if that comes from you being kind of oppressed in your prior community, which we'll get to all that too, and just all you had were your dreams. So you've always seen the end game, so to speak. But I just feel like,
Exactly.
I love that you made that point. Just you have to know it, see it, visualize it, and really have that future point of view, not really get lost in the muck and the mire of the day to day. You have to keep that long-term point of view.
That saying, get comfortable with being uncomfortable.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
It. If you're not scared shitless, you're doing something wrong.
It's true. And I've written about the upside of unease, how vulnerability and this period of unease can actually bring about just profound change. So it's a super important message. And in addition, I know, obviously, you're incredibly passionate about female empowerment, and your new plus body luxury shapewear line seems to be just yet another way that you're helping women embrace not just their bodies, though, celebrating all shapes and sizes and ages, but really who they are as women overall. So tell us a bit about the product line itself and just how do you want women to feel when they're wearing it?
Love that. So I started this company called Plus Body after I watched a movie. Well, I mean, the idea of it. After I watched Bridget Jones's Diary, probably a lot later than everyone else because, my story, I didn't get to start watching television until later in life. And I watched Bridget Jones's Diary, and there's this scene in there where she's sitting there with these granny panties with the shapewear on her bed, and she's trying to decide, does she put it on? She'll look better in her dress. She'll feel better. She'll be more confident. She had a huge crush on Hugh Grant. But then she doesn't want to bring him home because no woman wants to be caught dead, in granny panties. They're not sexy, right? So she decides, what she's going to wear because she'll look better in her dress. She puts it on. She goes. She gets the guy. And then she gets a little tipsy. She forgets she's wearing it and she brings him home. And there's that scene in the movie where they're on the floor and he's like, oh, look at these naughty little shoes and this tiny little dress. And then when he gets to the shapewear, his face and his voice and his face changes, like, oh my God, what is this? And he's playing with it. And you see her face and she's like, oh, damn. Right?
Oh, gosh.
So when I saw that movie in 2017, I started thinking to myself, what do women actually do? When you're getting dressed in front of a girl or a guy or whatever, I know no woman wants to be caught dead wearing shapewear. So what do you do? So I started asking around and people gave me the craziest answers, but I think the predominant one was a variation of, while it's before play, we run into the bathroom, we take it off, we hide it in a drawer in his bathroom or her bathroom, and then we run back out, we do that, and then we take it before he notices, or she notices. And I was thinking to myself, that's crazy. You know, the one thing I've learned about women is we're guilted no matter what we do. So if you wear shapewear, people will say to you, oh, you don't like your body the way it is. If you don't wear shapewear, people will say, oh, you don't take care of yourself. Like, if you ask for people's advice or opinion, it's a lose-lose because they will always find a way to judge it. So to me, I'm not going to convince anyone to wear shapewear or not wear shapewear. To me, it's your choice. If you feel better in shapewear, if you feel more confident and comfortable, you know, I have my daughter and her friends. I mean, she's super thin. She certainly doesn't need it. She likes that feeling of being cocooned and everything staying in place. It makes her feel better. It gives her confidence. It gives her comfort. That's her choice. So my job isn't to convince people to wear shapewear. My job is to help those who do have the best absolute experience and not have that stigma and that discomfort of feeling that they don't want anyone to know. So without further ado, let me tell you what I did. So the first thing I realized is all shapewear in the world is beige, white, and black, right?
Pretty much.
There is no exception.
Yeah.
No, it is. I mean, even if you go like a Spanx or a Skims or anything, they have lots of things that are colored, very nice, beautiful things, but they're not called shapewear. If you go to the part of their website that is shapewear, it's always variations of skin, black and white. Now, the reason for that is not that people don't realize that shapewear is ugly and they don't care. Of course not. The reason is because until we came around, it was logistically impossible to use any other color. And let me show you why. So I always use the Saint Laurent pants because it's super colorful and it's got a very recognizable pattern. Everyone knows roses.
Those are cute, super florally and cute.
Aren't they cute? Yeah. So, you know, the way that clothes are colored is by dyeing, right? This t-shirt was dyed. Everything we've had since I think the Sumerians, where they were using beetle bugs, clothes have always been dyed. Now, the problem is when you dye clothing, I'm going to use this as an example. When you dye clothing and you stretch it, you get that.
Yeah, which
those nasty white lines.
Yeah,
and
the white line.
It distorts the pattern. It distorts the color because dyed material is not meant to be stretched, right? You've been in that position. I've been in the position, especially when I was pregnant. When you wear something a size too small on you, or you see someone walking down the street wearing a size too small, you can tell it's too small because you can see the lines.
It's true.
Because it's not meant to be stretched. Now, compression wear is the stretchiest, thickest material because think about it. When you take it out of the box, it's this big. And then it's got to expand on your body and then suck you back in. That expansion, that stretch, the minute you do that, if you have a color or a pattern, you're going to get the white lines. You're going to get the color distortion and the pattern distortion. And it's up. That's why shapewear has always been beige, white, and black, because skin tones, you stretch it, looks like a skin tone. Black maybe looks a little less black, white looks a little less white, but in the end, it's really not noticeable. Take a red or a blue or a purple, put a pattern on it, and you're going to get what you see here, which is that.
Yes, so obvious. Yeah.
So I had to invent a different way. I didn't invent it. A factory I worked with did, and we partnered together. We created a different way to color clothing. We heat fuse the color into the fabric. And what that enables us to do, that's what my shapewear looks like. Now, I guarantee you have never seen any shapewear that looks like this. It's colorful, it's patterned.
So you've got the color and the pattern going there.
Yes.
And you're like pulling it with all your might.
Literally in any direction.
You can't see, there's zero distortion.
No distortion, no lines. It's completely different. That's why ours is the first ever patterned colored shapewear, because it's not dyed, it's heat fused. And now the beauty of it is, so once I made it beautiful, right? Like you could wear this under a jacket,
blazer, so
a blazer, anything. Like, I'll show you
white jeans. Absolutely.
Yeah, like I'll show you. Like I've worn it under jackets, like a bodysuit.
Sure.
My daughter wore the dress as a dress itself. It's like, I'll show you some pictures, and it's incredibly comfortable and here, hold on, let me show you, because it's really, really cool. And then once I realized, okay, so I fixed the problem of the fact that it's incredibly ugly. But then I thought, okay, I'm done. Then I realized, no, there are other problems in shapewear, and I'm going to tell you what I did to fix them. So for example, this is me wearing the bodysuit that you just saw under a red leather jacket with a red leather skirt. You would never know in a billion years that's shapewear.
Amazing. No, yeah, it's definitely not, you wouldn't look at that and be like, oh, shapewear, she's, holding it together. No, it's just so fashionable.
That's my daughter wearing the shapewear as a dress, out as a dress.
It's so sexy. So it has that versatility too. I mean, it's outerwear, it's underwear. I mean, yeah, no other shape. Yeah, no other shapewear can really say that, it could literally be worn as a fashion statement or a piece. I mean, incredible.
Exactly.
Cool.
Then there were 3 other, once I started doing this, it's like, okay, now I'm done. And then I spoke to women. They're like, no, you're not done. Here are the other 3 problems with shapewear. And so we fixed those as well. The first one, I guess the second one, is that shapewear is thick. It's a compression material. Compression material it's pretty thick. And you have to think, like, even an 1/8 or a 1/4 of an inch on each side, it adds to your width. So like, I've had women tell me that when they put on their shapewear, they can't button their pants because shapewear is forcing women to make a trade-off. Again, you're putting an extra layer of clothing on your body. So by definition, you're expanding your width, right? And because compression wear is thick, you're really expanding your width. So women have been making this trade-off. Do I want to be wider and flatter and smoother, or lumpier and narrower, right? One or the other. With my shapewear, since we realized we could heat fuse color into material, we started playing with this heat fusion process. And what we did is we made these micro dots that you heat fuse inside. And you can basically put all these layers of compression into one thin layer that is literally almost as thin as a piece of paper.
So you're getting the strength, of the thicker, but with that dot process, it's just compressed into that thinner material. Wow.
So like, here's a piece of paper, right? It's literally,
well, it must be, because when you were trying to stretch it, I mean, you were really giving it a workout. Like,
oh no, it's so tight, like it sucks you in so well that the first time you put it on, you have to literally wiggle. I have a video that will come out shortly where I tell people how to put it on, because you have to like literally wiggle, jump. But once you do, this technology allows it to basically, you'll feel it. It kind of warms to your body. And it's kind of like a sleeping, sleep number beds where you lay in it and you can, it basically figures out where you need more, where you need less. And every time you put it on, it becomes just more and more comfortable, and it sucks you in. And
so it conforms to your own personal curves and shapes and bones and everything else.
Exactly.
That's so cool.
Yeah. So that's part 2. Then the other thing that people told me is we hate the back seam, because a lot of shapewear has that back seam, because again, your back is curved. And when you're wearing shapewear, it needs to be really close to your body. You got to cut and sew that material together. Otherwise it doesn't hit the curve. So there are, of course, other shapewear that doesn't have a back seam, but what they generally do is either, one, they're not really super tight. They're like lightly forming or lightly shaping, or they end the bodysuit in the middle of your back. So they don't have to do the curve. Now, the problem with that is when you push up fat and then you break it in the middle, you're going to get a rubber tire of fat, because all you've done is push it up into the middle of your back, and then you've got this terrible rubber tire.
That's a recipe for disaster. Yeah.
Ours goes all the way up to your shoulders, all the way to the top of your body, and there's no seam.
So there's no seam, no zipper. You just slide it on, you wiggle in.
You got to slide and wiggle.
Nice.
Slide and wiggle.
Okay. And that's also going to look nicer for clothes, because you're not going to have weird lumps and lines and stuff showing through your stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then the last thing we did, which I'm also really excited about, Spanx, Skims, Wolford, any shapewear is sold by dress size. You get a small, a medium, a large, an extra large.
Sure.
But women are not just clothing size. We're cup size. You can be a size medium and be a double D You could be size medium and be a B.
Yeah.
And there is no shapewear that aggregates and juxtaposes cup size to clothing size. You get two choices. Either you buy a small or medium or large or whatever, and what it generally tends to do is what women call pancake boob, right? Because it's compression. It's gonna compress your breasts as well.
Right.
Not sexy, not fun, and certainly not comfortable. Or they have those terrible scoop back things. I don't know if you've ever seen those. Like here, I'm going to show you, like on Spanx, where basically you have to wear a bra and the shapewear. So you have 4 straps here, your bra strap on the back, plus your shapewear. It's incredibly unwieldy and uncomfortable. If you look at that, you see they leave the leave the bra part open. They call it open bust, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
So basically, the only way to have your breasts look good when you're wearing shapewear is to wear the open bust one, put your own bra on, but now you've got 4 straps, and you've got your strap in the back, and you've got the strap from the shapewear, and it's really annoying. Ours is sold by dress size and cup size. Nice. You can buy a small A, a small B, a small double D, and I'm just going to show you. I know
you go on and you configure these elements to get to your configuration, so to speak.
That's correct. And here's the beauty of it. My daughter is an A cup. Does that look like an A cup to you?
No, not at all. I mean, it's very flattering for her.
Exactly. What it does is one of the models who we gave it to try on and wear around, she said, Julia, it's a boob job, liposuction, and tummy tuck in a $100 outfit. Because that's literally what it does. It pops up your breasts, it holds them in place, and because it's compression, just imagine it's pushing that all up and holding it in place. And it's your size. And I've made it with this deep V so that you could wear it under the lowest cut clothing. And no one will ever know. And again, because it's made by cup size and dress size, you're never going to get that pancake boob effect, and you never have to wear a bra and shapewear ever again together.
So that was part 1 of the amazing and revealing interview with Julia Haart, who is the star of the Netflix series My Unorthodox Life, an entrepreneur, an author, a women's health advocate. She's into so many things. And we're going to continue our conversation in the next episode of Savvy Ventures, where we're talking about her charity work, her book, her experience leaving the fundamentalist community at age 42, and how that's impacted not only her life, but her children's and even others beyond that. It's an incredible conversation. So be sure to listen in on the next episode of Savvy Ventures so you can hear the rest of that conversation. And while we're going to pick up on the rest of the interview last week, definitely check out her website and her socials, bodybyjuliahaart.com or hashtag Body by Julia Haart. That's her Instagram handle as well. Haart has 2 A's, which everybody knows. So check it out. Body by Julia Haart. Okay, everyone, don't go away, because on the other side of this short break, we'll be connecting with actor and recording artist Quinton Aaron. So stay tuned.
Hi, Merilee. Maria Menounos here. Hope you're having a great day. Your friends have said that you're very sharing, and I think that's kind of everything that I love and I do every single day as well. I love sharing information and sharing knowledge. I heard you'd love to wine and dine and travel, so hopefully you're able to do a little bit more of that now that COVID is easing up a bit. And I hear you're very thoughtful as well. You sound like somebody that I would love to be friends with. So I hope you have a wonderful day. Keep punching, as Rocky says. It ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. And keep up the good work. It sounds like you're on the right path. And I hope you have an incredible day and an incredible life. Bye.
Over 50 million in prizes paid, more than 4 million pounds lost.
I'm global health and fitness expert Jillian Michaels, and I love Healthy Wager. It's a great way to lose weight by motivating you with big cash prizes. Get paid in real cash up to $10,000. Diets alone don't keep most people motivated, but with Healthy Wager participants, they often lose 30, 50, 100 pounds or more. Healthy Wager is the ultimate solution.
Welcome back to the Savvy Ventures Show with Merilee Kern.
Hello and welcome back to Savvy Ventures, where we often connect with world famous celebrities, including some who are branching out into other endeavors, which leads me to my next guest, who I'm too excited to have here and catch up with. With us now is actor and recording artist Quinton Aaron, who's best known for his role alongside Oscar winner Sandra Bullock in the Academy Award-winning hit movie The Blind Side that has grossed over $300 million in U.S. box office alone. While Quinton is still very much in the Hollywood scene, he's on the brink of producing his first film from his recently launched production company, Nomadic Leo Entertainment. And this acclaimed actor and producer has also co-wrote and recorded his first single entitled Lead with Love, which encourages people around the world to put love first and live in unity. An amazing message, and he's here to tell us all about it. Hi, Quinton. Welcome to the show.
How are you? So nice to meet you.
So good to have you here. So first, many of us know you as an actor, but you also have a passion for music, really is exemplified by your new single, Lead with Love. What actually inspired you to write that song?
Oh man, the song actually came at a time where I was actually in my hotel room during Hurricane Ida a couple of years ago. I was in Texas and I lived in Louisiana where the hurricane hit. I had no idea about the hurricane until I got to Texas, and it was just crazy because my brother was back in Louisiana where I couldn't get to him. And so I lost contact with him for a couple of days when the power was out and his phone died. And I was just, in the hotel going crazy. And then these words started coming to me. So I wrote them down and I was trying to make sense of it. And I was like, I think this is a song, so that's actually crazy how it came to me at that point. But I've always been someone that have these thoughts of how to make things better, how can I help? How can I lend my voice to help certain causes and stuff? And it became way too, evident that the world is filled with a lot of hate, and it's way too viral nowadays, even on social media and everything, the news and everything. And so I wanted to, do the opposite of that and spread more love, make love viral.
Well, and it couldn't be more well timed. I mean, I know the news is always, tumultuous, but it just lately seems just so heavy. And there's just not enough going on in pop culture and music and the arts, that really directly are designed to counteract that, to, give love and light and peace and joy. So I just appreciate that that's really the premise of this particular song. And I understand the song was actually recorded in Nashville with some amazing talent under the production direction of a few award-winning songwriters and producers. So who are you working with, and really how did that come together?
I've actually teamed up with a buddy of mine, Greg Barnhill, on this project. He was the one who helped me make sense of the lyrics that I wrote to turn it into the song that we heard. We had met through some mutual friends in Louisiana, and then always talked about me coming out to Nashville to work on some music. So that's how that took place.
And it sounds like you're really leaning into the music as opposed to the acting. And I know we'll talk about it in a minute. Your production company's up to some cool stuff, but you're really giving 110%, it seems, to your music career.
Absolutely. So music was my first love. And not a lot of people knew that about me because I decided to, go after a career in acting first. Music was something I did since I was 4. I won my first talent show when I was 7. And I grew up singing in the church. I joined the choir at 9 and been singing in the church all my life. And so it's always been there for me in that love, but I didn't really want to chase or pursue a career in it. At the time, I always saw myself as being an actor, being in these worlds of make-believe where I could create these characters that, tell certain stories that I felt were cool. And so I made that because that was my other passion, and I made that my journey towards a career that I wanted to chase. And I said, music will always be there. Maybe I'll get to sing songs on my movies and, stuff like that. But I grew up performing a lot on stage over the years. I did a lot of open mics. Even after The Blind Side, living in LA, I sung for Jamie Foxx a couple times, one on his radio show. And then he used to do this thing at the the Conga Room in downtown LA. It was Straight from the Foxhole, hosted by Mark Curry. And I used to go down there and I used to perform on that. And then there was R&B Live and stuff. So I've been singing all my life. I just, now I'm finally stepping into the art side of things, the artist side of things, and writing and, recording, which is a whole different beast. Let me tell you, it's crazy.
It's true, especially you're not just singing, but you're also writing, which that it's
Yes.
whole dynamic as well. And I feel like this single is just, you sort of come full circle with your life, your career, your passions. So, it's really great that you're able to, give it the attention finally that it's in your heart to do. And you already sort of touched on it, but is there any sort of overarching message you hope listeners will take away from the song Lead with Love? Or, what's your vision? Somebody has listened to it, and then what? They're going to forward it to somebody who's going through a hard time, or, what's that message? What's that hope with the single?
Absolutely. I feel like, some of our biggest influences, the biggest things we're influenced by is what we see and what we hear. And so I feel like in the music, if I can make people feel a certain way, much like how The Blind Side did, when they saw it, they were inspired to do better. They were inspired to help people. They were inspired to adopt. They were inspired to, lead their lives through love. And so if I can do music that also triggers that same type of response from everyone who hears it, then that's what I want to do. And that's what my mission is, to kind of create a movement of love, in a sense, to where everyone who hears this song, they forward it to someone they know who can use a little bit of love in their life at the time. Or, maybe they need it and they play it on repeat or whatever. But I just want to do things that help people, feel better, do better, be better, act better, receive better. Sometimes when you're hurt or when you're going through hurt, you tend to receive the world in a way that you feel like it's out to get you, or everything's attacking you, or you take on more weight than you should. And I want you to just let it go. Let me get some of that hate for you, and I'll disperse of it and give you my love instead, and hopefully make you feel better.
And I understand you have an upcoming tour, which is so exciting. So tell us a bit about that as well.
Yes, the Lead with Love tour. It's kicking off August 13th, which is like 2 days before my 39th birthday. Whew. Yeah. I'm excited. We're gonna start
Saddle
it
up.
off. I know, right? Here in Vidalia, Georgia. We're gonna move up to Savannah, then all the way up the East Coast, all the way to New York. It's gonna be like 2 weeks long. I think the last day of the tour is the 27th of August, and we'll be in New York doing some stuff. I'll probably hopefully get to see family if I'm performing out there. Hopefully my family get to come out and enjoy the show. And I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited. All the different cities we're gonna hit, some of which I've been to before, some which I have family in, some which I've never been. So this is pretty cool. And this is just the first leg of the tour. We're eventually gonna do a Midwest and a West Coast as well. The West Coast is probably gonna be sometime next year. But yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot going. The stage is where I'm used to. So it was the studio took getting used to, but I'm happy to get back out there, be on stage, and entertain the folks and see them up close in person. So
yeah, well, it is a lot, because I also mentioned that you have a production company called Nomadic Leo Entertainment. So what projects are you focused on there? And generally, how are you going to manage it all? And so what's in store for you next after the tour?
I know, right? So I got a good team around me. So me and my business partner / best friend John Russell actually started Nomadic Leo together a couple of years ago, and we're both Leos, and we have lived life nomadically, so that's where the name comes from. And we like to entertain. So one of the first projects that we have in the books right now is a Christmas film. It's a Christmas adventure film that we're putting pieces together for. We got distribution signed on. We're greenlit with that. This is just unfortunate, the things going on in SAG right now with the writer strike. Now the actors looking like they're probably about to strike. So it's kind of it's putting everything on the back burner in a sense to where there's not really movement going on right now in that realm, but we're still developing. We got series that we're developing. We have comedies, action. Like I've always seen myself as an action star, like I could be the Black James Bond one day. I don't know. Maybe I look good in the suit, so
I am quite sure, and I would sign up for that. I'll be the first in line to watch that film. All right.
Nice.
So where can folks go to learn more about you, how to connect with you online, on social, all that good stuff?
Absolutely. You can check out my website. It's iamquintonaaron.com, and it has all the links to the tour dates, the cities we're coming to, all my social media handles on there. It's Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, on all that stuff. And definitely keep up with what's going on. You can see what I've been working on and get the links to the song where you can download it on every platform that it's available for. Even SoundCloud, I actually found out today it's on SoundCloud as well. So
nice. All right. Well, we'll definitely keep up with you, and you have an amazing career already. You have so much in store up ahead. So we wish you all the best of success and love and light. And just really thank you so much for coming on the show and sharing with us today.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
And again, be absolutely sure to connect with Quinton online at iamquintonaaron.com. Okay, everyone, stick around because after this quick break, we're talking travel, so don't go away.
Hey Merilee, it's Brooke Burke. I'm checking in with you. I'm on location. Look at this beautiful destination. I had to share it with you because I know you're all about savvy living and staying fit and living your best life. I love what you're doing for everyone. Your gift ideas are so helpful and your destination recommendations amazing. I thought you'd really, really love this. I'm sending you so much love from the DR. Wish you were here. Let's stay connected and keep doing it. It's great stuff. Bye, Merilee.
New Salonpas Lidocaine Flex. Maximum OTC strength. Super thin, flexible, contours to the body. So it really, really sticks. Salonpas. It's good medicine.
Welcome back to the Savvy Ventures Show with Merilee Kern.
Hello and welcome back to Savvy Ventures, where we not only chat with celebs, recording artists, and power player executives, but we also showcase fabulous travel destinations. And I have some great finds for you today. So buckle up and away we go. Those who love condominium penthouse accommodations should consider the gorgeous oceanfront penthouse suite, unit number 419 at Kona Balikai on the Big Island of Hawaii. This oceanfront penthouse condo is what dreams are made of. Enjoy your morning coffee or sunset cocktail on the deluxe lanai while relaxing to the sights and sounds of waves off Banyan Surf Spot. There you can watch the surfers, whales, and turtles down below. Located atop a 4-story building, this 1,600 square foot oceanfront penthouse boasts 4 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms, 2 of which are oceanfront en-suite masters with lanai access, providing first-class views and sea breezes. This condo features a big open floor plan with an updated kitchen and spacious living area. It's a perfect floor plan for 2 families or a family reunion with separated bedrooms on each side of the great room. Amenities include air conditioning, an in-unit washer and dryer, and internet access, so guests can video conference and work remotely. Guests can also relax and unwind at the on-site pool and hot tub, and also barbecue at the grill and picnic area. There's also a white sand beach for more fun in the sun, and the views of the Hawaiian sunset over the blue Pacific are truly remarkable. This Kona Balikai penthouse also provides excellent proximity to downtown Kona and all island activities. You can ride the waves at Magic Sands Beach and enjoy exceptional snorkeling and sunbathing at Kahalu'u Beach Park, which are both minutes away. Plus, there's plenty of covered parking available as well as an elevator in the building. Check out all this penthouse condo has to offer online at airbnb.com. Also fabulous for family travel is the new Nickelodeon Hotel and Resort in Riviera Maya, Mexico. It was thoughtfully designed for families with oceanfront swim-up suites that accommodate families of 5, plus a 6-acre water park with over 20 slides. It's all about the character experiences at the Nickelodeon Hotel and Resort, with opportunities to interact with Nickelodeon's most beloved characters. Book online at charismahotels.com. Well, that was another jam-packed show, and I'm so glad that you guys listened in. All right, everyone, that's it for this episode of Savvy Ventures. If you missed any part of today's show or just want to listen to any part of it again, just go to savvyventures.tv. You can also connect with me on social media on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, and LinkedIn at Merilee Kern. Until next time, remember that everything begins with an idea.
Thank you for listening to the Savvy Ventures Show with Merilee Kern, connecting you with noteworthy industry changemakers, movers, shakers, and innovators from around the world. Plus, travel and shopping, hot picks, and so much more. Follow us on social at Merilee Kern.